Hi, my name's Mark with Rooted, and welcome to Conversations with the Mayor. We are sitting down with Mayor Ray Bourque out of Broussard, Louisiana for part one of his interview. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and roll that B-roll. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
So first question right off the back is, how long have you been living in Broussard?
Well, I've lived in Broussard all of my life. Mom still lives here, just proud resident of Broussard. I love our city.
So where'd you go to school?
So I am a St. Cecilia kid. Spent a lot of years at St. Cecilia. Some of the best memories I have are from that school, my time spent there. Still have a lot of friends that, I was in school with, and it's very special, when you live in a community and some of the people that you still know today are childhood friends of yours. From there, I followed my sister through Turlings High School. Another great experience for me, and the community has just been so good to us here. We did the same thing with our children and just repeated that experience, and it was good for them. So I think that's part of what makes a community special.
So where did you go? Did you go to college?
Was at UL. Spent a few years at UL, got married, started a business locally, did that for several years and ended up moving into and eventually owning the business that we still own today. And it's been a great experience for me, a real learning opportunity. It takes a long time to sort of build those skills and mature into a business person, and I was fortunate to have those opportunities, and still paying dividends for me today. And I think a business mentality can fit very well into running a local city, a city Broussard size. Just some of the lessons that you learn transition very well into municipal government. Work ethic, commitment to success, making sure that you're focused on things that are good for good goals, for long-term success. Working with people, having to solve problems where when you're in business, you have to succeed or you won't survive. And having that sort of mentality where you must find a way through, you must rely on other people, you must have a customer service mentality to make sure that people are pleased with the product that you're delivering. Those kind of things transfer very well into city government, in my opinion.
It's amazing. So before, you kind of mentioned that you owned a business beforehand, that you kind of grew into owning that business. What were some other things that you did before that, before becoming a mayor? Not to say not necessarily just on business side, but also within the government.
Well, I did spend 8 years, which is 2 terms, as a city councilman. I was city councilman for District 3. Learned a lot there. I think there's always opportunities to learn from the people that came before you, and that's kind of been a way for me to build wisdom. There have always been people in my life that have helped me to succeed, or helped open new doors for me, or helped give me opportunities to step up and become a better person, a wiser person. So spending time on the city council really gave me this opportunity to learn about city government. And I take those opportunities seriously. I try not to commit to things that easily. I want to make sure, I like to look at things and make sure it's something we want to spend time on, because I have a manufacturing background. And once we commit, we're committed and we're going to succeed. So you have to choose the things you want to spend time on. Life is short, time is precious. And if you're going to spend time on things I want to make sure that it's the right decision for me, my family, my community, whoever I'm working for, that it's good. It's a good decision. So there were people that encouraged me to look at becoming a city councilman. And I spent a year going to city council meetings before I made the decision that it was right for me. And once I did, there were opportunities for me to learn even more, spending time on the council, learning about a city budget. Municipal budgeting is much different than business budgeting. But I had an opportunity to learn those things, to kind of be a representative of a smaller portion of Broussard, a district, before I took the leap into becoming mayor, and it was the right path for me.
So what are some of the things here in Broussard that you just love the most?
One of the best things about being mayor and just representing people is connecting with people. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy spending time with people. It's, you know, we're here to enjoy our lives, but at the same time, we have work to do, and whatever our given trade is or our occupation or whatever we choose to do. One of the things that I love doing because I think it's deserved, and it's not something I really hear outside of Broussard, and it's something I learned from one of my mentors, is we thank every business or we thank every person because they've made a choice to be at Broussard. People can live anywhere and they can choose to work anywhere. If they choose to be here, there's a reason for it. And I want to connect with that person and I want to make them feel valued. Doing that is something that doesn't cost the city any money, but it puts Broussard in a better light. It puts our city government in a better light. And we want to keep people that want to succeed in Broussard, that are just looking for a good place to raise their families or to retire or to come help us have a better city. Why not value people? This is something that helps make a community. You know, a city can be described as a governmental agency. You know, Broussard is 17 square miles. It has certain things that it delivers to our community. But a community is a group of people that are working and living together, trying to make a better place. And it's our responsibility to have the best community we have and have a high functioning city. And I think we're hitting those marks pretty well in Broussard right now.
You mentioned a lot about your mentors in life. People have helped you. What is one piece of information or one piece of knowledge that they have passed on to you that has really stuck with you throughout your life?
That's an interesting question. It's hard maybe to pin it down to one thing, but I guess I would say that I can remember my father being the kind of person, and Dad's been gone for about 25 years now, but I can remember him kind of being the person where a lot of my cousins or other family members would seek his advice. Dad was a very friendly person, never met a stranger, that kind of person. And they would come out and seek his advice. And I can remember growing up thinking, I want to be like that, you know, and realizing that my journey was something special, that my parents were taking time to help raise me, to invest in me. And that was very important. And I can remember my dad having many conversations with me as I was growing up into an adult about, you know, making sure that I was focused on the right things, being flexible, having a work ethic, doing things that were, he was investing in me. And that stayed with me, that it's important to invest in other people. There will always be people in our lives that came before us, that did things that allowed us opportunities. And it's important to also remember that when we're in a position and we can help somebody who's coming up behind us have opportunities and invest in them. And that's something we try to do. I mean, you know, I've learned from so many people in my life, but recognizing that we need to never stop learning. We need to take the good opportunities and when we have them to become better when we can. It's something that's just been important to me. There's always a silver lining. There's always something we can learn. There's always an opportunity to be better. It's the way I choose to live. And it's because people brought me along on that journey, you know, to help me get where I am today.
Well, Mayor Ray, thank you so much for sitting down with us today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, that's going to do it for us here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep up with any new video that is coming out. But from us over here at Rooted, you guys have a good one.